Albert Einstein, a name synonymous with genius, a man whose ideas reshaped our understanding of the universe. But who was he really? Let's dive into the incredible life story of Albert Einstein. From his humble beginnings to becoming one of the most influential figures in history. Our story begins on March 14, 1879, in the city of Ulm, in what was then the German Empire. Albert Einstein was born to Hermann and Pauline Einstein, a secular Jewish couple. His father was an engineer and businessman, while his mother managed the household. The Einsteins soon moved to Munich, where Albert would spend much of his childhood. As a child, Einstein was quiet and reserved, often lost in thought. He didn't start speaking until he was about 4 years old, leading his parents to worry about his development. But young Albert was already showing signs of his deep curiosity about the world. A simple compass, given to him at the age of 5, sparked his lifelong fascination with science. He was mesmerized by the mysterious force that made the needle always point north. However, school life was challenging for Einstein. The rigid, authoritarian structure of the German education system didn't suit his inquisitive nature. He often clashed with his teachers, who didn't appreciate his independent thinking. Despite this, Albert excelled in mathematics and science, subjects that would soon become his life's work. At the age of 15, Einstein's family moved to Italy, but Albert stayed behind in Munich to complete his education. However, unhappy with the schooling system, he decided to leave Germany and join his family in Italy. Soon after, he applied to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich. Although he failed the entrance exam on his first attempt, his talent in mathematics was undeniable, and he was eventually admitted. At the Polytechnic, Einstein thrived. He studied under some of the leading physicists of the time and formed lifelong friendships, including with Mileva Mari, who would later become his wife. Though Einstein was not a model student, often skipping classes and studying on his own, he excelled in his coursework, particularly in theoretical physics. But even after graduation, Einstein struggled to find a teaching job. Eventually, in 1902, he secured a position as a patent examiner at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. This seemingly mundane job turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It gave Einstein the stability and time he needed to develop some of his most groundbreaking ideas. 1905 would go down in history as Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, his miracle year while working at the patent office. Einstein published 4 revolutionary papers that would change the course of physics forever. In these papers, he explained the photoelectric effect, which laid the foundation for quantum theory, provided a theoretical explanation for Brownian motion, confirming the existence of atoms, introduced the special theory of relativity, which would later lead to the famous equation E equals mc2, and further elaborated on the mass-energy equivalence principle. Einstein's work challenged long-standing ideas and opened up new realms of scientific inquiry. Einstein's work soon gained recognition, and he left the patent office to pursue an academic career. He held positions at universities in Zurich, Prague, and eventually Berlin, where he was appointed director of the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Physics. In 1915, Einstein completed his general theory of relativity, a theory that extended his earlier work on special relativity to include gravity. The idea that gravity was not a force, but rather a curvature of space-time caused by mass was revolutionary. It fundamentally altered our understanding of the universe. Einstein's theory was put to the test in 1919 during a solar eclipse. Observations made by Sir Arthur Eddington confirmed Einstein's predictions, and news of his success spread around the world. Overnight, Albert Einstein became an international celebrity, a symbol of scientific genius. While Einstein's professional life was soaring, his personal life was more complicated. His marriage to Mileva Mari, with whom he had 3 children, began to deteriorate, leading to their separation and eventual divorce in 1919. Shortly after, Einstein married his cousin, Elsa Lowenthal, who provided him with the emotional support he needed during his most intense periods of work. In 1921, Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics, not for his work on relativity, but for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. By this time, Einstein was already deeply involved in political and social issues, advocating for pacifism, Zionism, and civil rights. As the political climate in Germany worsened with the rise of the Nazis, Einstein, who was Jewish, left for the United States in 1933. He took a position at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey, where he would spend the rest of his life. In 1939, Einstein signed a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, warning that Nazi Germany might be developing atomic weapons. This letter led to the creation of the Manhattan Project, which developed the first nuclear bombs. Although Einstein was not directly involved in the project, the consequences of his work weighed heavily on him. After the war, he became a leading advocate for nuclear disarmament and world peace. In his later years, Einstein continued to work on his unified field theory, an attempt to reconcile the forces of nature into a single framework. Despite his best efforts, this goal remained elusive. Albert Einstein passed away on April 18, 1955, at the age of 76, leaving behind a legacy that would resonate through the ages. His contributions to science, his thoughts on peace and humanity, and his enduring curiosity about the mysteries of the universe continue to inspire us today. Einstein's theories have stood the test of time, continuing to shape modern science. From the theory of relativity that guides our understanding of the cosmos, to the quantum theories that drive technological innovation, Einstein's work remains at the forefront of scientific discovery. But Einstein was more than just a scientist. He was a philosopher, a humanist, and an advocate for peace. His thoughts on ethics, democracy, and human rights remain as relevant today as they were during his lifetime. Einstein once said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing, and it's this spirit of inquiry, this relentless curiosity, that defines his legacy." Albert Einstein, a man whose mind reshaped our world, whose spirit challenged the status quo, and whose legacy continues to inspire. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of one of history's greatest minds. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it inspiring. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep wondering.